If you are a bike lover, a motorsport enthusiast, if you want to feel the adrenaline and get entertained, well, you have tuned in to the right place, because these dirt bikes right here with their riders are ready to bring you world's first ever franchise-based Supercross Racing League. This is the CEAT Indian Supercross Racing League, where 6 teams with 48 racers in 3 different cities fight it out to emerge as champions. So strap yourselves, because we are ready to kick off here the inaugural season right here in Pune.
Let's start off with, first of all, the first franchise, Rise Motorsports, on board the green Kawasaki machines. They're a fast-growing tyre manufacturer locally, and their superstar is Thomas Ramette, all the way from France, who has a very, very good resume. Next up, from BB Racing, on board the red Honda bikes, we have Punchil Realty with a real estate background. Their superstar is Jordi Tixier from France, and he's the 2014 MXGP World Champion in the MX2 category. Next up, we have the SG Speed Racers. They're on the orange KTMs. They're a sports arm of APL Apollo SG Sports. Big Rock Motorsports on the green Kawasaki, the home of India's best dirt bike parks, Cedric Subaros and Matt Moss. Next up, we have Mahiti's race team on the Kawasaki and Hondas, one of India's most historic race families, and Paul Haberlin is their superstar. And the 6th and final team, the Gujarat Trailblazers, they're on the orange KTMs with many ventures including WRC, and Tyler Bowers from the USA. That is their superstar rider.
Now the burning question here is, what is the basic difference between a 250cc race and a 450cc race league?
Okay, so the main difference is the motorcycle. The 450cc, so much horsepower that they have to try to put to the ground. The 250cc, they're a little bit lighter with not as much power. There's only one 450 category, but we have 2 separate 250cc categories.
Now let's take a look at what do we have in store for you today. Is round 1, and here we've got 7 races.
Samil, it is so exciting to be here at Pune for round 1 of this CEAT Indian Supercross Racing League. We have seen exceptional excitement out there on the track, and I cannot wait to get this first 450cc international race underway. Riders' anticipation, they are ready to go. Look down at the gate and let's watch for the drop of the gate, and who will get the important hole shot? Jordi Tixier out of turn number 1. He has rocketed out of the gate, and he will lead them off. Riders so close to each other.
But it's not been a good start for Thomas Ramette. He's dropped down all the way to P4. But it's Jordi Tixier for BB Racing who has the lead. And Matt Moss, the Aussie, has got an incredible start right there, but there's chaos in the background. And this battle is going to be ever so fun, because Matt Moss aboard that green Kawasaki that he saw in P2. He qualified 3rd in this race, but eventually he's gained 1 position on Thomas Ramette as they, of course, lined up on the grid. And here's Matt Moss right here, 9-time Australian Supercross champion, already closing up the gap, and actually extending the gap quite a fair bit to Thomas Ramette right now.
Have a little bit of a look at a replay here at the start, and what a beautiful tip into the first turn it was for number 911 Jordi Tixier on board the BB Racing Honda.
Taking a quick look at Anthony Reynard right now, racing for the SG Speed Racers team. He's not had a good day so far as he languishes all the way back in P12, but this guy is absolutely smooth all the way through, going past this longest jump right here, almost 25 meters, is it not?
Well, 1 lap to go for Jordi Tixier, and that gap between himself back to Cedric Subaros has remained the same. It's 6.9 seconds, so the charge that we were seeing from Cedric Subaros has settled down ever so slightly. I think you would have to say that he has settled for 2nd place. But a nice little wave to the crowd there. Our race leader and almost race winner, Jordi Tixier, on board the BB Honda machine, lights the candles here in race 1. What an amazing ride for the Frenchman, number 911, on board the BBR Honda. First place, Jordi Tixier on board the BB racing machine. Second place, Cedric Subros on board the Big Rock Kawasaki. Next we have Matt Moss also on board the Big Rock.
And it's time for these 250cc Asia Moto. These riders all from Asia, most of them under the age of 18. Probably Anderson Rodro, but let's take a quick look. 250cc Asia is underway.
A great jump out of the gate and into the left-hander. You could throw a blanket over these riders here. We'll try to pick up. Oh, a rider and two riders have gone down just out of the left-hand side of our... Let's have a look at the replay. If you look in the right-hand side of your screen, two riders come together and off the side of the track. Essentially, we've had a red flag come out. Now, just to explain what the red flag means, our race has come to a halt for the moment. The riders will go back now to the starting gate, and because it has happened in the first lap, we will have a restart and the complete total amount of this race. Anticipation time, and the gate is down.
Off we go there for the 250cc Asia class. It seems to be a great getaway right there from Shlok Korpare. An Indian rider is leading this category, but Ben Preston Holgren from Moites Racing is right on his back as we head towards the first tricky section of the hairpins. It seems to be Shlok Korpare from Rise Motorsports leading. Ben Holgren already establishing quite a gap. The two-time Thai Supercross champion is in the lead and on the flow.
But our race leader is starting to check out. What a massive end-for-end crash there, but no problem whatsoever. Dust himself off.
That seems to be... Here's a look at Ben Preston Holgren at the final corner, and then here comes Shlok already off the bike.
Okay, so for that to happen in a position like that is what we call whiskey throttle.
Championship, and there is a yellow flag on the track as we have just 1 minute left to go.
Oh, and almost collecting a downed rider as he was trying to pick himself up and try to make it.
That's our leader! That's our leader!
Wow.
Ben Holgren from the lead has gone down with the yellow flags on. For Mohides Racing, this is
the
absolute chaos.
See, his front brake is locked on there. He can't ride. He's trying everything he can, but that front wheel won't spin through no fault of his own. If we have a look nice and closely, can we see what it's done?
Here's the replay of exactly what happened right there. Will we be able to see the crash? Oh my word, that's turning up Benjan from P3, running over one of the sponsorship barriers, and then here's our leader, Ben Holgren, clipping the rear wheel of the back, and off he goes.
Well, that first crash was almost like Mario Kart throwing banana peels down on the ground. That was the crash that we saw there was through no fault of their own.
Behind them is an incredible story. An Indian rider is in P3 for Moites Racing. Sarthak Chavan, the 17-year-old, is going to be in P3. But as we come across the line, it is going to be Tanana Benjan rounding off the final corner. He's chilling. He's going to have a fun time. Tanana Benjan, checkered flag. He's won for Big Rock Motorsport in the 250cc Asia category. He is the second winner of this series. And with that, Big Rock Motorsport have a win in their bag. Look at this guy. C.S. Santosh in our commentary box. He's laughing. He's having the time of his life. 250cc moto class. There are going to be many big major ones.
But can he jump out of the gate? Let's see what a jump. It looks that he has got himself an incredible start there. Talk about being on fire at the moment.
Hang on a second, there is a rider who has crashed all the way back down. That seems to be Yuri
Stocker out of Germany has gone down very early, and I just spotted in the back of the pack there, number 49, that's Caleb Goulet riding for Big Rock out of Australia. But the other Australian, his teammate also on Big Rock, is setting us on fire here. Let's have a look at the drop of the gate. Number 86 from the middle, just to the left of the dog box as we were looking at it. You cannot get a better start than that.
I mean, he flew off quite like a dangerous fighter jet away from the field completely within 8 seconds. The start, that is everything. Even though these riders in terms of raw pace might be so similar, Reed got the whole shot, and that means everything in this 8-minute race.
Now I tell you, Samil, someone that will be out on the side of the track cheering him on will be his teammate and one of his best friends from back in Australia, and that is Matt Moss. What a huge leap that we just saw from the number 965, Hugo Manzardo.
And that was such a chaotic jump. Hugo Manzardo on the jump, being able to get past Nick Lawry right there. He got the momentum all the way up, and Nick Lawry just saw him flying above him, saying, my word, how can you do that, Hugo? Here's that jump right for you, going side by side, and on the exit, Hugo Manzaro was on another planet.
He has received the 1 lap to go flag, and it is all about this man here. The crowd is going wild. He's about to take his first ever international race win.
At just the raw age of 20, Reed Taylor has absolutely been a class apart. Right from the very beginning of this race, when he had the brilliant hold shot, Reed Taylor has been schooling riders that are far, far older than him. As he rounds to the final couple of corners, this is going to be quite an emotional and a historic win for Reed Taylor, coming home for the Big Rock Motorsport team.
All the way from Australia, taking the checkered flags and a nice little heel clicker to boot. He has travelled a long way and he has taken maximum points for the Big Rock Motorsports team. And have a look at that. He is ecstatic.
What do you think? What do you think is the vibe right now here for you?
Look, I think I'm looking forward to once we finish, as we can see the crowd going wild here. These guys, a lot of these fans, they wouldn't have seen anything like this before. I'm looking forward to once the freestyle's over and we've got our races later on. I tell you what, it is going to be exciting to see all these 3 classes as the franchises start to add up their points.
Absolutely, 6 teams here, 48 riders in the league. But right now what you're seeing on your screens, how much physical fitness do you need to do these kind of stunts?
Well, not just the physical fitness, but the flexibility.
And soon we will see some Indian riders compete in the 250cc Asia class. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is here. Gates the drop, 250cc Asia is underway.
What a start from our race 1 winner, Thanurat Penjan. He has thought, you know what, I did not like coming through the pack last time. I'm going to do it from the front of the pack this time. Now, if we can watch him closely and have a look, because he is the only rider in this class as we get to the far side of the circuit after this next left-handed U-turn that does the triple. A massive lead for this class and such a good feat. Let's see if we can see him do it. And Jacques found himself back in 5th place in Moto 1.
Pass for P3, that is a big one. Anderson Rodrigo, the rider who finished second in the last race, is going around the outside of Ben Holmgren through the rhythm section. They're trying to go for doubles, and on this one, the number 31 Thai rider, Ben Holmgren, eventually manages to squeeze past, and his eyes are set on Jacques Gunavardhana for P2. Wow, that was crazy.
And Ben Holmgren, I tell you, he was sideways coming out of there. He had no throttle control going on. It was all just wedged as fast as he could go. We're going to round out our podium for 2nd and 3rd
Yellow
place.
flags are up in the air. There's a rider down, number 42. That would have to be Ikshan Shanbag. The local Puneri rider is down. He has crashed for the Big Rock Racing team with another Mohides Racing driver, which would be Sarthak Chavan. Oh no! The 2 local Puneri riders coming together.
Oh. Now that looked to be Ikshan Shanbag, who's gone down all by himself.
Some amazing insights right there, Lee, and that just makes Thanurat Penjan's performance all the more special. He's not a rookie. He's been racing for so many years. A 31-year-old who's been an Asian motocross champion all the way back in 2009. Since then, he's done so many national level races, but none of the caliber and star power as this one. As he rounds off the final corner, it's a double for Big Rock Motorsport. Thanurat Penjan, your winner in the 250cc Asia category.
Great shots, the left-hand side of his helmet. You can see those tear-offs flapping. That is how he clears his lens as he gives a big fist pump to the crowd here at Pune. And what a vocal crowd they have been. They are enjoying
the 250cc international riders. They are just, honestly, flamboyant.
Riders' attention goes down to the start gates, and there we have it, the drop of the gate. But it wasn't quite the jump from Reed Taylor as he's been pushed wide and shuffled back to about 6th place. Tough blocks going everywhere, and we will try to bring up our race leaders, but there he is at the back of the pack. It is so close in points.
And here comes Hugo Manzaro around the outside of Enzo Polaris for P2 in a move that we will remember for ages.
Just saw in the background, clipped another tough block. Let's have a look here at our replay. Have a look here. There we see it. Is this the pass, mate? It is. 9:65. Hugo Manzaro has made his way to the head of the pack. Lebeau back to 2nd place.
Hugo Manzaro just got such a clean run all the way through. And He passed him on the jumpy. That is spectacular stuff. A 20-year-old retailer right behind him. Retailer in that number 86 Kawasaki is literally on his rear wheel. This will be annoying. Hugo Manzano will be saying, get out of the way, man. Don't come into the back of me.
Trying to set up a pass to the inside, throws the front wheel up there and makes the pass. What a well executed and set up pass here. It didn't need to be too aggressive. That was not over the top whatsoever. But what you need to consider is the energy that it takes to be able to get to the 10-minute mark of this race. You have to think, how fatigued is Hugo Manzano? Does he have anything left in the tank?
One more corner left to go.
As he makes his way through the final corner, no rookie anymore. It is time to celebrate a double victory for the Australian and the Big Rock Motorsports rider, Reed Taylor, number 86 on board the Kawasaki machine.
Preparing for the 450cc internationals, the big guys, the guys who've raced abroad, the guys who've won so many championships.
Will be huge as the riders put their attention to the starting gate. What a jump it looked from Matt Moss from the middle of the grid, and Matt Moss, the Australian number 102, has come out at the head of the pack as he crosses over the finish line, and Charles Lefrancois back in second place from Tyler Bowers from the Gujarat Trailblazers. Let's try to find our way all the way back to fifth place is Cedric Subaros, and Tixier, our race one winner, back there in seventh place. While Subaros is trying to mess with his teammate, and just like that, what a beautiful pass from Cedric Subaros on his teammate. Have a look at the replay here as we see set up perfectly the Frenchman, number 85, on board the Big Rock Motorsports machine. A beautiful drift sideways. Have a look at the charging from Tixier, triple in, double, and coming into this part of the track here. A big mistake there from Cedric Subaros, and almost goes down. Tixier up the inside, almost forcing them off the track. The Frenchman tag handlebars once again. No love lost between the two Frenchmen. Up and over the triple. It started with a slip sideways from Cedric Subaros, and it left the door open in the corner. And I think Tixier a little bit polite there, but once again you saw the handlebars come together and the elbow out. Who has gone down? Subaros has gone down, handing the lead over to Jordi Tixier.
He's dropped it. Cedric Subaros has dropped it from the lead. He has dropped it all on his own. The front tire washing out, and Jordi Tixier literally running over him. Luckily, Cedric is okay.
This is a dream run. It doesn't get any better. Fastest in practice, fastest in time qualifying. The winner of our first moto of the 450 International. And likewise, here he comes, about to take the checkered flag and make it a clean sweep here in Pune. Round one of the CEAT Indian Supercross Racing League. What a way to kick off his series. How to put a show on here, that is for sure, Somil.
Yup, it is Diwali all over again in January as we celebrate the first round of the CEAT Indian Supercross Racing League. This is what Supercross is all about. Fireworks on and off the track all the way through as Pune celebrates the arrival of a brand new sport. We have had
Number 86 for a start. A great jump out of the gate, but squeezed out by Subaros on the inside.
Hugo Manzano is in the lead right now with Jordi Tixier in second. We have a 250cc class rider in P1 right now. This is chaotic, and Jordi Tixier already getting P1. And with that, this battle at the top is going to be quite fun because Matt Moss, he saw the back of Jordi Tixier for far too long in that earlier motor that we had in the 450cc international class. And as Jordi Tixier rounds off this lap, we will start the final lap of this race. And a special shout out also has to go to Reed Taylor, who in a 250cc bike is outclassing 4 other 450cc bikes to be in P4. Coming across the final corner, Jordi Tixier is going to take a big win. It's not a double, it's a triple for Jordi Tixier. Winning the All-Stars race for BB Racing. In 5 minutes, he has lapped all but 3 riders. That's how fast he was in a 5-minute race.
And an impressive second place. And how about the sportsmanship? Matt Moss on the left, on board the Big Rock Kawasaki machine, carrying number 102.
First ever World's Franchise-based Supercross League is here. We got the action here from get-go. It was a thrilling spectacle. The racers and their machines, ladies and gentlemen, here were an absolute fire. All young kids from different ages here. Riders came here and put on a proper show. Well, it was indeed CEAT Indian Supercross Racing League, and this is how we put it in the books of history. Ladies and gentlemen, what a night this has been. It was absolutely amazing with fans here in the stadium dancing away, cheering, and why not?
For round 2 of the CEAT Indian Supercross Racing League, where we head to Ahmedabad, and what an amazing venue we have there, Samel.
Indeed, the